So
Alright guys, so it's Pizzonizzle v Hoy.
with Cody Davis, bringing you La Liga de Cody Davis round 1 video. We're going to get started right away here with Blake versus Ben. Opening up, we have Blake in the bottom corner, and he actually had a really low drone count build. He ends up only having around like hovering 5 or 6 SCV or drones the entire game. Up here we got Ben.
And you can see Blake decided to do a nice 4 extractor build.
Nice. Both of them opting for really early expansions. Ben himself starting with that.
As you can tell, we're probably skipping around a lot in this game. So if you're ever lost chronologically time-wise, you can see our replay progress. And right now we're about 5:55 in the game. We skip a lot of the stupid stuff.
Ben's really trying to hammer drones in most of the game. Those lings are, as you see, he always suicides them from the same point. And then if you check the mini app right now, he's even sending more this time. But here he's just hammering on that sunken colony. They're trying to get through those hydras. Use it as a defense, trying to stop these lings from coming on. Adding another creep colony. But these lings are just way too much right now for him to handle. His low drone count's really stopping him from getting any more units, keeping his macro really low. That spawning pool could be going down.
Blake's econ's
But it
really
looks like,
taking a heavy turn on this compared to Ben's.
yeah, definitely. Having to build those creep colonies with those drones, he already has so few as it is, that it's really just taking a real hard hit. And every unit he loses is just something more that Ben has and he doesn't.
And he has idle stuff.
That too. So does Ben, but the point is that Ben has like 3 mining bases at this time, while Blake has like 1/10 of a mining base.
And all the layers, all the mining bases are layers.
Yeah, you see, Ben's 3-layer build is, I think, an interesting one. You see, he opted for fire, and with Blake's low econ, he just won't have enough to stop any of these mutas as they just come pouring in right now.
And all the tactical.
Yeah, see, they're not the most well microed, but it's enough to do the job.
Okay, as we can see here, Blake built Evo chambers to guard against air. But they don't guard against air, so he's not easy.
Not quite. He didn't even have the drones to make anything. So, but here we are at Brandon versus Sean. Brandon, you want to tell us your thoughts coming into this game?
I was like shaking like a little woman.
Yeah, I can see that with your rush build with 2 gateway.
As you
Let's
can
speed
see
this
here,
up.
We
Sean's
didn't
build.
really want to watch this stupid stuff. So, moving along.
Sean opted for more of a 2 sunken colony ling rush, while Brandon's going to go for the FE expansion build. As you see, he's just adding that Nexus right now. He's already got a Forge up. He can use that to defend. Play more defensive, but in the end, his macro is going to be really strong.
Don't give spoiler lasers, Cody.
There you see Sean making the first attack here with his group of lings. He's trying to attack these zealots, but I think it's a really bad idea. He's going to probably snipe some of those cannons. You see him surrounding that one zealot. He's going to try and run into the base, do some damage, see if he can scout around.
So I kind of screwed up right there and didn't block off my ramp. And this is gonna. I thought I lost the game right here. I was like crying. So.
It's okay though, since doing heavy damage to your econ, but you got those eels there, and eventually you just stave that off. And I see you go for a full wall here. Not my most thing I recommend the most, but anyways, moving on here. I kind of fast forwarded to that part, so I'm sorry. But you see the eels doing heavy damage to Sean's econ. Back to the wall.
And here I'm back in his face.
And eventually those eels taking down the spire, and that pretty much eliminates the threat completely from any more mutas coming back.
The game's pretty much over from here.
This second colony's gonna go down. Sean has nothing mining at this point. He's really behind.
Of course, he has those mutas. But what do I have waiting for him, Cody?
It really does at this point, except for us. You see these Corsairs come out. Of course, there's really strong harassment tools against things like Overlords. And Brandon's wall at full effect here, getting the most of his army. But once again, these guys just cream through anything Sean has. His low econ really does make for
and as you can see, Sean opted for a similar bed build And went double layer.
Yeah, I call this the Ben Rush build when you only go 2 layer instead of 3. But as you see here, Brandon swears is moved in more damage than that. I never caught a glimpse of it, but we'll go with him. And yeah, here's pretty much the finisher. The DTs just pour in and just take out. So a lot of harassment type units with the Reaver and the DT, but it eventually gets the job done. As you can see that Sean pretty much has lost all of his econ.
And it doesn't even matter, I forgot to shoot down that overload.
Yeah, so here we're coming into my game. Stevo himself also opted for the popular 2 gateway build. And started researching that some later. I myself, I'm a personal fan of 2-hatch Muta. You see my early hatchery there. I sent this preliminary, like the early lings, to try and go and scout out. But Steve had a block there, so I was content to just sit back and make sure he didn't go anywhere. You see my mutas are up, the Spire is finishing. And I'm adding another hatchery while I wait for overlords, so I can just go in and do some harassment.
At this point, it looks like the game's almost over. You can see Cody is tearing up the base. And as you can see by the progress bar,
yeah, mostly what I have in mind is mutas is more of a harassment. There wasn't much I could do. I marked those lings pretty bad, so that cannon really hurt me when I was trying to break that pace. Should have waited for my mutas more, and that would have definitely helped me get a break. But either way, really sloppy micro here contributed to starting the game up. Going back to Stevo, he's going to try and have more gateways, bolster up his army. Fortunately for him, he's been on one base for a while now, and he's not going to have a strong econ. Later in the game, towards the end, I went for a hive build, and Lurk went Muta. Well, not Mutas anymore, but
as you can see, the Ultra cabin just came up. And as you can see, Cody has a lot of money piled up when we click on a unit. There you go.
Yeah.
3,000 minerals, 2,700 gas. He's going to just pour in units.
Yeah, I was pretty lazy in my macro, but once that Ultra layer came up, I got rid of that money really quick. But as you can see, these Ultras, or these Lings, are really viable units. And eventually, you see these Ultras come up. That means it's time to roll.
His money count's dropping a little.
Unfortunately for Stevens, he couldn't build up the kind of defense he wanted at the time, as I got my Ultras and just let them pour in. Ultraling is incredibly effective against this Protoss ground army. And Steven, he has a good counter. He tries for a Storm build, and that Storm does a lot of damage. It's a shame if he went higher up and took out a lot more lanes with that, probably would have been a different story. But
no, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, these Ultras are great things. Oh, another Storm going down. I'm gonna handle it. Unfortunately for him, he storms his own guys. I don't know if that affects anything, but it's pretty much GG as I'm just gonna pile in on his base. He's upgraded Ultra as his practice.
I'm pretty sure that's
way too strong. Yeah, and the final game that we have here is Barbie opening up his 1 gateway build. I think he was pretty confused this match because a little poor pylon placement. But he's getting better. I think definitely rise in the future. Once again, our Protoss with the 2 gateway build.
2 gateway!
Very popular as a rush. Which is exactly what Trent likes to do, as you see those Zeals are going to leave straight for Barbie's base.
Oh,
Barbie.
Here comes the Zeals.
They look like Barbie, as you see the Cybercore wanted more of a Dragoon build, and which is very standard for Protoss. But against the 2 gateway rush, it's not something that can hold up, which is probably what he saw in the Forge. But unfortunately, due to his bad pylon placement,
and that's good.
he's not going to be able to really hold this off.
Oh, look at him.
Seals are gonna be really
look
strong.
at that pro micro on that goon.
Yeah.
He completely obliterated.
Yeah, and we're just with this pylon out in the open, and see it's just gonna get easily picked apart. That gateway and that Voyager can go down quick. Fortunately for Barbie, that gateway is still in play, but I think he's a little too far behind right now to really make a difference. There's a little cannon, but
yeah, there's a cannon. That's a good help.
Yeah, there's a little cannon in front of him, so it's trying to rally his gateways. The Zeals pour in. It's pretty much GG at this point. And just gonna send Trent to the advancing through the brackets. So pretty good series of games yet right now. Oh my gosh, what is that?
Cody, where'd you get my pictures?
Oh gosh, Liga de Cody Davis.blogspot.com.
Yeah. That's awesome.